pocket. They've surrounded, several brigades. Two of them, the 25th and I think the 92nd, are some of Ukraine's most elite brigades. I think the 37th has also been surrounded. These are their NATO troops.
Putin just picked a fight he can't win. Here's why. What if I told you that Vladimir Putin, a man who has outmaneuvered world leaders for more than 2 decades, has finally stepped into a battle he cannot win? A fight not just against nations or economies, but against time, technology, and the limits of his own power. Because right now, Putin is pushing Russia into a confrontation that is bigger than any war, any sanction, and any political gamble he has ever taken. And the cracks are already beginning to show. Let's dive in. The illusion of strength. For years, Putin has built an image of a leader who always stands strong, no matter what. But here's the part most people miss. His strongest assets, fear, control, and unpredictability, are starting to weaken. The world is no longer shocked by his next move, sanctions no longer surprise anyone, and countries that once stayed neutral are now pushing back. The very tools he used to rise are now working against him. Why? Because power built on force has an expiration date. The fight. He can't win. The economic reality. Let's make this simple and engaging. A country may have weapons, a country may have soldiers, but no country can outrun economic gravity. And that's exactly the fight Putin has walked into. Russia's economy today is held together by oil, gas, and a handful of loyal oligarchs. But in an increasingly digital, high-tech, AI-driven world, you cannot fight microchips with pipelines. Here is the truth people rarely say out loud. You can bomb a city, but you cannot bomb innovation. You can silence critics, but you cannot silence global markets. Putin is trying to win a long-term geopolitical game with short-term economic tools, and history shows that never works. The military myth. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room. Military power. For decades, Russia was seen as a top-tier military giant, but the modern battlefield exposed something critical. A large army does not equal a winning army. Wars today aren't won with tanks, they're won with satellites, drones, cyber warfare, AI targeting systems, real-time intelligence. This is where Russia is falling behind. Fast. And every month this gap widens, Putin's opponents get stronger, but Russia does not. You can't bluff your way through technology. You can't intimidate data. This is a fight Russia simply cannot win with old tools. The global pushback. Here is where it gets fascinating. Putin expects countries to fear him. But instead, something surprising is happening. Countries that never used to cooperate now are. Nations that avoided conflict now speak up. Leaders who stayed neutral now choose sides. Putin's pressure has created the very alliance he did not want. Think about it. The more aggressive he becomes, the more united the world gets against him. He wanted division. He created unity. He wanted weakness. He created strength. He wanted control. He created resistance. This is the irony of power. Push too hard, and the world stops being afraid of you. The one opponent Putin cannot defeat. And now we come to the most important part of this story. Putin is not fighting NATO. He is not fighting the West. He is not fighting rival leaders. Putin is fighting time. He is fighting demographic decline. He is fighting technological acceleration. He is fighting an economy that cannot grow fast enough. He is fighting global systems that move with or without him. Time does not negotiate. Time does not fear. Time does not compromise. And time is the one enemy no leader in history has ever defeated. The domino effect. What happens when a leader tries to hold on to power while everything around him is changing? Something unavoidable, pressure builds, allies shrink, costs rise, choices narrow, and eventually, even the strongest wall cracks. Putin's strategy relies on the world staying the same, but the world has already changed. The technology has changed, economies have changed, alliances have changed, his methods haven't, and that's why this is a fight he cannot win. The turning point. So what happens next? No, Russia is not collapsing tomorrow. No, Putin is not disappearing overnight. But the direction is clear. The more he pushes outward, the weaker Russia becomes at home. The more he challenges the world, the more isolated he becomes. The more he tries to shape history, the more history escapes his grip. This is the hidden story the headlines don't show. Power that cannot adapt eventually destroys itself. And that brings us back to the beginning. Putin just picked a fight he cannot win, because he is fighting the future using the tools of the past. If you want more powerful breakdowns like this, make sure you like, subscribe, and share, so you never miss a deep dive into the forces shaping our world.